Hello, everybody. How are you guys? We're back here in the studio, and it gives me an opportunity to talk to my viewers in Des Moines, Iowa. Guys, everybody has tires on their car, and you don't want to go to a tire shop that's going to rip you off. That's why I'm going to say let's avoid these 5 worst tire shops in Des Moines, Iowa. For example, number 1, Spiders. Now, most tires are filled with air, but at Spiders Tire Shop, they fill your tires with spiders. Now, normally you wouldn't even see them or hear them or care about them. But after a while, once the tires lose a little bit of tread, the spiders sense that they're that much closer to freedom, and they do start making noise. And you've never heard a racket that you'll ever hear in your life when you hear spiders squealing, trying to get out of tires at 75 miles an hour, guys. They're relentless. They're relentless. And then they're angry. So that when you go to get some gas, you look down and all of a sudden you'll see that little cover on the air valve starting to turn. And that's the spiders inside trying to get out. And when they do, they're not going to be happy with you. So I'm going to say avoid Spiders Tire Shop in Des Moines, Iowa, guys. Now, number 2 on our list is Frame. Now, this is interesting because they put your tires, once you put on enough tread or you wear off enough tread where it's starting to get a little bald and you want to keep it safe, you want to keep everybody in the family safe, you go back to get new tires at Frame. They put the old ones in a frame so that you can take them home and put them on the wall. Now, the marketing idea is that it'll remind you of good times on those old tires, but it will also remind you of Frame Tire Shop. Get it? So that's pretty smart. Somebody over there was thinking. But now here's the thing. You know how much wall space 4 tires takes up? I don't know if you live in the Taj Mahal, but guys, I only have so much wall space, and I don't have room for tires. And not only that, think of the weight load that 4 tires puts on the wall of your den. And how many people are sitting around going, yeah, Yellowstone, 1999. No, that's not what you do. Maybe around photos, but guys, you want to avoid that one. Now, number 3 of our worst tire shops in Des Moines, Iowa is, let me just read my notes, Distinct Tire Shop. Well, listen, this is actually pretty good marketing because you want to associate your name with a certain value in the consumer's mind. So distinctive, distinct, distinctual. And that could mean that they are showing the customers that they are distinct in their minds, distinctive, right? So they give them that kind of service. When you walk in, they give you a cup of tea. When you wait for the tires, they'll rub your feet. They have a feet rubber person that comes around, rubs your feet, and you're like, oh, that's good. Hit it right there on the bunion, right? So you do feel pretty special, pretty exclusive. The problem is with the pricing, okay? Because I got 4 tires there, and it was $7,000. Now, I have a Toyota Camry. I don't know what they're paying for feet rubbing, but that's too much for 4 tires. It took me till April to pay for the tires, okay, before anything else. So, guys, good ideas. For me, not the best execution. Bring down the price, I might think about it, but that's going to be a no-go for me. Now, number 4 on our list of the worst tire shops in Des Moines, Iowa, and this is for our Des Moines viewers, of course, is Attempt. Now, Attempt's tire shop, actually, they're getting pretty big. They've got 5 locations throughout the area. They've got that one down there at Drake where they started back in the day. Now, here is the thing about Attempt. When you come in, you get to shoot 3 free throws, just like at the State Fair, right? Just like at the Gallery of Games next to your house. They're so loud you can't sleep, right? You get to pop, like the Pop-A-Shot game, okay? You get to pop 3 free throws. And guys, depending on your skill level, you gotta tell them if you're a pro, okay? Then they're gonna make it a little harder. You're gonna have to stand in the middle of the tire shop. But if you're just a regular schmo that doesn't play b-ball, and if you get in 3 out of 3 guys, the tires are free. That sounds pretty good. The tires are free. I love it. But the problem is, even if you're not that good, and you do somehow luck into getting 3 shots into the hoop, what they don't tell you is when you go down to dribble that ball on that third one, they flip the backboard to a smaller hoop. Guys, this is a controversy that's been going on for years. I mean, the local I-team investigative unit at the local station there has been trying to figure these guys out for a year, but nobody can catch them. But I'd just say go with the rumors. It's not worth it, because why go through that kind of deception? Just pay for your tires. Get some decent ones at a good shop. There's plenty in Des Moines. And finally, our 5th worst tire shop in town, let me read my notes, is Lean. Yeah, Lean. Now, look, these guys over at Lean are really nice guys. They really are. I've bought some tires there one time, and I'm just not going to go back, guys. Because what they make you do, instead of sitting while you're waiting for your tires, you have to lean up against the wall. Now, that seems like, hey, maybe that's good for me. Develop some muscles in the buttocks area, the knees and the calves, right? Because you're leaning. It's almost like a plank exercise, but you're leaning against a tire shop wall. Well, that maybe wouldn't be so bad, but the problem is that they have belly dancers that come around while you're leaning in an effort to entertain you, to take away from the pain of leaning. Well, that would be not bad either, except they're all former mechanics at the shop. The belly dancers are all former mechanics at the shop. Their bellies. No. Guys, I still have nightmares. So I'm going to say no to that one. Guys, those are the 5 worst tire shops, tire dealers in Des Moines, Iowa that I avoid, and you should too.